like, and they cut all the way here, right? And I think he might have another cut, but like his face was like kind of laid down on the pillow.
Traveling solo is an adventure, but there's one.
So, you know, he said he could drink water. That's good. Drink water. You're gonna check him again in the morning. You know, I think he's on like a blood thinner or something. Like that. Yeah, nah. I think he's appreciative. I think he's appreciative of like he said to me. He said, "Yo," he's like, "Yo, act. I feel like I got a new chance at life." So I like clearly was thinking about he could die. You know what I mean? So like that was his words to me. He said, "Yo, act. I got a new chance at life." I'm like, man. Now top 5 is good. I spoke. He has like a big laceration. You know, it was kind of deep. He lost a lot of blood. He went through surgery. He's gonna have full recovery. That's a fact. But it's gonna take a little while. You know, but yeah, I think he said it's like 17 inches. But you know, but I ain't gonna lie.
They wanted to decapitate the man.
What it's worth. Yes, somebody definitely went. You know, try to kill him. There's like mad rumors and like fake stuff about it. That video is not real. So that video that they're saying is top 5, like that's not top 5. He told me he said he was at this after party spot. You know, he felt like people followed him. And he was taking a picture with a fan while he was going into the club. Because I asked him where his homies was at, and he's like, "Yo, I was with 20 people. I get to the spot. I get there earlier than them. I'm walking in the spot. I think they're already there. So really, I'm alone." And then, you know, he goes to take a picture with someone, and you know, somebody kind of ran up on him. You know, but. Again, I'm gonna just throw the allegedly on there because I know everybody like running with the false things. This got nothing to do with the UK. Like respectfully, it did happen in the UK. It has nothing to do with the UK. It's a good meme. That's what I'm saying. Online will create a whole story, and it's completely wrong. It has nothing to do with him saying early in the day, "There's no like killers." Like that has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. It's some whole other shit. You know, it's just not that. So, I know people want to believe it's like, yo, the UK slid. No, respectfully.
So it seems like this is carrying off. It seems like this is carrying off all the way from Canada people. Not only that, top 5 did not too long beat a body charge. You know, when it comes to top 5, there was some kind of murder charge. He beat that. His name was caught up in so many things. People them say he's a gang member, allegedly. All these kind of things. People them say he's a nuisance. All of these kind of things. The people them say Toronto would be better off if he's basically not around, and all of these things, and all of these craziness people. And you know, you can't wish death on someone. That's for sure, right? So all of these kind of things, people, and it's crazy for me. You know, all of these kind of things. So, you know, there you are, you know, in all of these things. So people have to be mindful and be careful of what's going on out here, to be honest, right?
So I said I'll keep you guys updated on the top 5 situation, and we have some updates. Firstly, it shows how crazy London actually is, that there was a situation in Manor House that we had posted, but that car was mobbed by numerous people. But apparently this was not the top 5 incident. Him said there's not killers here, there is crazy situations going on.
Okay.
Newspaper in the UK, London's responded to the situation, commenting under a post saying, "Police boy, about to call 911." And a rapper from Canada, YG35, said, "Informer that." Ratlin also said on his Instagram bit saying he come up through him on Insta Live. And
who made him feel like he was a guy? Who fucking made him feel like he was a guy when he was getting run out of the subway, calling for the burns and cold blue button? Need that thing.
Earlier in the day at 2 p.m. when the situation was first surfacing, someone with a decent amount of followers and verified, but Top 5 was running down the road yelling 911. That Manor House incident is separate, by the way. It seems Top 5 was enjoying himself before the situation, as he actually called into a stream and said that he's turning London upside down.
Turning the city upside down, bro. I tell the stream dummies in the chat. Tell the stream dummies in the chat because I'm going crazy.
All right, bro. BK humble.
After party by a famous artist that loads of people was going to, and this is where that situation unfolded. It's always these little events. Remember back in the day, Drake actually had a shooting at one of these parties in London as well. But the main thing that
I'm gonna go shower. I smell like shit. Yeah. You like Sexy Red? That's your type? Really? What's your type? For real? That? Yeah. Ugh, we got different types. We'll never compete over chicks because that's why we'll always be friends because not my type.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Not my type. She's too Barbie. So like as a white girl,
Who the fuck do you like then?
like my top 3.
Yes. Dua Lipa.
I think like the prettiest girl in the world is probably Madison Beer.
What the hell? Madison?
She's probably the prettiest girl in the world. No, she's
Listen.
If you followed Top 5 at all before this situation and you know his character, a lot of his stuff recently is trolling. He gets described as the first gangster streamer. He'd be doing wild things like taking off his ankle.
Last time Top 5 went and they claimed that he took off his ankle bracelet, which the police came out and said that's things like host. I don't understand these ghetto youths. You know, these ghetto youths come from a background where they have a Somalian background. In Somalia, you have child soldier, poverty, and all of these things. You're born in a first world country where I'm assuming that your mom used to live in housing and all of these kind of things. Possibly get some easy way out, like a lot of people don't get, because you have people out here nowadays who are paying market rent, like struggling to pay their bills. And then the only thing that you guys do out here every day is shooting and all of these things and turn up Toronto in a crazy scene. Like, I mean, hello, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, guys, we have to be mindful and see, you know, all of these things unfolding right in front of our eyes. You know what I mean? So I don't know, people. This is more than crazy for me. But what can I say, right? I mean, people, I don't know. This is a crazy world, right? And they claim say he got mobbed. They say he got mobbed, right? In the UK and all of that, and people are kicking the car and all kind of craziness, people. We're not sure. We're not even sure if these things are really true and stuff like that. Like, we're not sure. Okay? We're not sure.
Canada's
all right,
biggest
1
small
second.
business.
Like, think about it, right? He's literally decided to say there's no killers in the UK.
And then sing.
People in the street that have been drinking, they might have seen something you.
You want to kill them on the mob. They literally like mob the car. 1 second. Knock it up. Try to drag him out the car and everything. Watch
Literally
this.
boxed in as well.
Look how insane that is,
away
bro.
from this situation at all. This could have went a lot worse.
Nah, this is insane. Chill. The smart whips, you know. Oh my god. Nah. done for. It's like the worst thing to happen.
Mighty God.
As you can see by the footage there, a very, very messy situation and hard to make out what's happening. You can't really see top 5.
It's troubling to know that you just beat a body. It's troubling to know that you have the whole of the Toronto week. Talk about how many guns you guys bust, all this story, and then when you get to UK, the people them don't bust guns. They literally go with machete, sword, and knife. And they basically cut you or sliced you. Like, UK people, them are dangerous. A lot of them are dangerous. They don't have to come out here with guns and stuff. UK don't even deal with guns, most likely. Not even the police them really deal with guns. So it's knife that these people are dealing with. And all of these kind of things. Oh, I feel like if people are in trouble like these things, and I believe that if you have so many enemies, I mean, when you're going out, you have to be mindful how you show people where you are, right? I would think. But nevertheless, and stuff like that, they claim say he's okay and all of these things. So hopefully, let's see what goes on after this, okay? And I'm assuming that, they claim say, and a lot of time people said that, okay, the UK don't want criminals, and the UK don't want people that have criminal record and stuff like that. We're not sure if Top 5 have a criminal record, because everywhere Drake is, he's there, okay? And Drake is his friend, and everywhere Drake is, that man goes, so we can't even say anything. But in the past, he beat a murder charge, right, in the past, and who knows, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, right, so remember, Top 5 beat a charge the other day for murder.
An innocent man just came home, right? 3 years the journey with the best lawyer, Gary Grill. Like I always do, I let him do the talking. You know what I'm saying?
But this applies to you, so you must have some feelings to share about this journey.
La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There's no power, no might except by God.
How does it feel to be stepping out after being in custody for that long?
I feel like Shohei Ohtani. I feel like a baseball player, superstar. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, man. Pedro home. Pedro activated. Free flipper, free 100, free century. Long live Jason. An innocent man just came home, right?
Okay.
3 years the journey with the best lawyer, Gary Grill.
Murder charge, okay?
Like I always do, I let him do the talking. You know what I'm saying?
But this applies to you, so you must have some feelings to share about this journey.
A whole lot.
So he beat the murder charge in the past, right? Beat the murder charge in the past, okay? All right? Not only that, they claims in the past he threatened Kendrick Lamar and all of these things in the past, okay? So all of these things, people, okay? So they say that, remember, he was innocent. They claim that he's innocent on this one, okay? Let's unpack.
Okay, if there's one AI
second.
site builder.
Okay.
I feel like Shohei Ohtani. I feel like a baseball player.
So he beat the murder charge, guys.
How are you feeling?
An innocent man just came home, right?
Toronto rapper Top 5, whose real name is Hassan Ali, leaves court after spending 3 years in custody in connection with the killing of a 20-year-old man in January 2021.
I feel like Shohei Ohtani. I feel like a baseball player, superstar. You know what I mean?
The case against Ali collapsed after the judge excluded evidence the Crown called crucial. That included music videos and social media posts. His defense lawyer argues prosecutors attempted to use his music against him.
The way that Mr. Ali was charged in the first place was as a result of his lyrics. It was a result of the videos that he was putting out there. It's a result of his medium as a drill
Big
rap
top white
artist
lawyer.
that attracted the attention of the police.
Ali was set to stand trial for allegedly directing the murder of accounting student Hashim Hashi, who was not involved in criminal activity. Police said it may have been a case of mistaken identity, while Ali himself was accused of being part of a gang operating in the area that the shooting occurred, a claim he denied.
I'm a businessman. And they were alleging he was the mastermind from the backseat, again, based only on his lyrics, based only on his rap, based only on his persona as top 5. That was the problem with their case all along. Hope they find whoever did that. I'm an innocent man, you know what I mean?
Ali made headlines in 2023 when he appeared to release a music video while awaiting trial behind bars. He praised rap star Drake, who he says is supporting him.
I'm gonna go chill with my boy Drake all night,
And
man.
pays bills they claim
Ali's Instagram
allegedly.
account was reactivated shortly after his release, with the number of followers growing.
What's your plan now?
I'm gonna bring every community together.
You sure you
Stop
are?
the violence.
With positive.
Positivity.
When a prosecutor enters a stay of proceedings, the Crown can bring the charges back before the court within a year. Karen Lieberman, Global News.
And all of that, people. Okay? So all of that in one nutshell.
A lot of rap fans don't know how deadly the streets in Toronto really get.
Okay? And the street of Toronto is getting very, very crazy people. Okay? Really crazy and violent. Very crazy and violent. And not only that, in the past also. This is what occurred.
All right. Story number 2.
Okay.
It was very, very weak in my opinion. And I think this is the correct decision to release Mr. Ali right now. The decision to stay the charge came sooner than expected, but was not a surprise.
Okay, so
While he was sitting down. And sir, they had to cancel their shows and much slow to see top 5. Now remember, we just played the clip of top 5 telling Friday Ricky Dread he's going to come home and it's going to be about positivity. It's going to be about unity. He's going to bring communities together, bring different teams together. That's what he just said. He told the CBC when he got out, he's not a gang member, he's a businessman, baseball player, superstar. That's what he said. And so this is what Friday said. This is what Friday said on his stream yesterday after he saw top 5 on stream with Academics and Aiden Ross.
I gotta say this, man, before I run this clip. Low-key, I feel kind of let down.
By top 5?
Yes. Explain.
Yo.
He told me, hold him accountable. When he comes home, he's going to bring the city together. He's not going to be on this op shit. He's going to give 10 grand to all of the people who got dissed, whose families, like, who lost loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of talk behind them bars. And I'm not going to be one of these guys who's hypocritical, who's going to be like, oh, there's a lot of clout to be got, so I'm just going to talk about top 5 like he never said that shit. Yeah, but Lynn said he used you Friday.
Cha-cha.
Back.
He used you Friday. Well.
Use ya.
We slow down now. Slow down, everybody. Slow down. I was his mouthpiece talking about peace for the longest time.
So you don't want the man to have
That is
peace?
true. Friday, Ricky Dread, over at We Love Hip Hop Network, Friday's been the one. He's kept that.
Any idea who keeps doing that?
Is going to be on a different type of energy.
Yeah, right.
He has been advocating for top 5 in multiple conversations since top 5 has been sitting down. And you can see how this is hitting Friday right now. He feels bad. I talked to him on the phone too. He really does feel bad about this. Let's see where he goes.
You know what I'm saying? The man is under inhumane conditions. Let's get him moved. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I still think he's gonna bring peace. Don't worry. Give him some peace.
Are we sure?
Listen, bro. I don't think Top 5 trying to go back in that cell. I think he tried, but he even said it on the stream. He tried to. But you know what? I'm not even saying that more because at this point, he's somebody just talking. You know what I mean?
Bro, we seen it in real time. Like, besides the behind the scenes, in real time, we seen it where the man was like, "Yo, I'm going to be a changed man when I'm free." Now we're watching the stream last night, and he's straight shooter.
We're there.
Yo, I kind of agree with all these people. Lynn, Big Chill, DJ Illinois, Two Piece, No Biscuit. Like, bro, I feel like Gary Grills, his lawyer, was like, "Okay, yo, you're gonna go on a podcast, say this is what you're trying to do. We're gonna build a character."
Nowadays, everyone wants to be a streamer. The likes of
But growing up in jungle, he encountered several ups and downs throughout his life. From losing his brother to gun violence, to going on the run for nearly a year, his story is one for the books. So without further ado, let's dive into the trials and tribulations of Top 5 and discover how he became Toronto's most hated rapper alive.
U.S. authorities don't identify the shooter or the driver, but they say Canadian investigators were able to use more surveillance video to track that car and identify a third man in the back seat. They say that was Hassan Ali.
Authorities allege the motive was revenge for the 2017 killing of Ali's brother, Syed Ali, known as Foolish. Adding, Ali subsequently discussed killing people in retaliation for his brother's death on public social media posts, including one less than 3 days before the murder.
We can't mix my swanning, like I'm just being honest. Spin your block with Larry, someone's getting buried. The way we do these hits, we so legendary. Your block is getting scary, cause I'm on the daily. Them GG's got you.
Crime and gang activity aren't uncommon in this blighted neighborhood. In fact, this level of criminality was occurring since 2006, the same year Toronto police would establish the controversial Tavis unit in an effort to deter the crime, which locals say only made it worse. It wouldn't be until 2015, nearly a decade later, when city leaders and the police chief would make real efforts in revitalizing the troubled neighborhood. But for some residents, the damage was already done. Originally from Somalia, Top 5's parents immigrated to Jungle, specifically Varna Drive, before the infamous 12...
So I told you guys that their background is from Somalia. Imagine Somalia has child soldier, poverty and all. And mom is here in Canada, stuff like that. Back in the days, I guess a lot of Somalians end up in housing, and a lot of them don't move. And then the children them end up in the whole community spoil more than curdle milk. And end up in gangs, guns, killing, shooting, and all of this. All of this from the jungle, from the region park, and all of that. People, I could never have my children living in the housing complex because most of the time, either they're dead innocently, dead by at the wrong place at the wrong time, or affiliating gangs. The last time we heard and check, so let's unpack.
12-year-long Somali rebellion could begin. By the year 2000, his mother would have given birth to 10 children, 4 of them being boys. The oldest was Yusuf, a.k.a.
10 children. Wow. Could you imagine?
Rhino. Next up was Saeed, a.k.a. Foolish. Then came Ahmed. Then the youngest of the bunch, Top 5, was born. During their formative years, the 4 brothers took a keen interest in basketball. The oldest brother, Yusuf, played at the collegiate level with Seneca College, where he led the team to a national championship, then ended his career at Ryerson University. Saeed was a hooper as well, but he didn't play with as much intensity and was more of a class clown, hence the nickname Foolish. Top 5 was also a decent baller. Despite standing at 5 feet 5 inches, his ball skills are what earned him the moniker Top 5, because he was top 5 within his age group.
Who's the answer?
You know the funniest thing? When I'm doing other content out here, like the missing and all of these things, a lot of you guys don't pull up. But as soon as you guys hear about murder and shooting and dismantling the people, them neighborhood and all of that, you guys pull up. So do we like negativity or do we like positivity? Because the last time I'm over here blogging and I don't see a lot of use. But as soon as some kind of shooting and stabbing, everybody their front seat. Anyways, welcome. Let's unpack. Oh my.
Oh my God.
1 second. Gonna meet you.
Different story. For those who were keeping up with Toronto's high school basketball scene during 2015, some may recognize him as the kid that dropped 103 points in a single game.
Hoop dreams are coming true in Toronto after a high school basketball player hit rare air. Point guard Ahmed Ali led his team to victory this week, becoming just the second Canadian player ever to score more than 100 points in a game. How did you do this? You had 30 points after the first quarter, 48 at the half. How did all of this happen?
So therefore, this little boy could have made it on the NBA, could have made it in Raptors then. But I guess the streets end up claiming a lot of these young youths. The streets usually claim a lot of these young youths. And then a lot of you black moms and a lot of you mothers, a lot of times you guys know what your children is out here doing. And not only that, again, a lot of you moms won't move and leave the city, won't move and leave the housing, won't leave and move where all of these guys run up to cars and just all in the neighborhood. You could be in the neighborhood coming from work and you could be an innocent bystander. Okay? So we know without crime, the police them have no work. And we know without no crime, the judges them don't have nothing to sit on. We all know that. We all know that this kind of crime and gangs and guns is a catch-22 system. We know that without any prisoners, there won't be no free labor in the prison. We know without anybody getting time in prison, we won't have any park benches, okay? We won't have any canoes, no McDonald's uniforms, okay? No baseball hats, no military gears, and all of those things that are made in prison. But take a stock and take a look, because they're mashing up the community, mashing up each other, killing off each other, black and black against each other. For what? What are you fighting over? The block that don't belong to your mother, don't belong to your great-grandmother, don't belong to your great-grandfather, don't belong to your ancestors. The block belong to the government, and the housing complex belong to the taxpayers. Like we all here that paying taxes. So I don't understand. What are you guys fighting for? Then they throw something in the mix, blue and red. The color don't belong to nobody. The color belongs to the Packer crayon, the Packer pencil crayons, and the rainbow. The last time I checked. So now I want to start with the Bloods, the Crip, the GGs, the up top, the down top, the down south. Get a life. Get a grip. There's many more things out here as black youths that you guys can do. The last time I checked. But anyways.
Just a night, like when I went to the change room, the coach was telling me, he was telling the whole team to like get me going, like feed a hot hand, and then from there I seen the team give me the ball. I made like 4 threes in a row. When I came on halftime, I had 12 points coming out of in the third quarter, like straight. I just knew it was gonna be a special night, and we're talking about Denham Brown numbers. Me and the coach, why he called timeout. He's like, you can go for Denham Brown numbers.
What are his numbers?
His 111.
111.
Yeah, I was thinking about Kobe 81, but then, man, that was a night I can't forget.
He became the second Canadian high school basketball player to score more than 100 points in a game, with Denham Brown putting up 111 back in
So the boy would be a dangerous baller for Raptors. Continue to listen and hear what happens.
2002. According to North Pole Hoops, Ahmed, who they ranked as one of the top 50 Canadian high schoolers in 2015, hit an absurd 23 threes, 5 of which were from half court. On top of that, he did it all shooting 50 to 60% from the field. The historic feat made news across the continent, and it even inspired Drake to wear his jersey on stage during his Summer 16 tour. Most are probably assuming this is how Drake and Top 5 got linked up. But prior to the...
And then if Drake is, like I tell you now, and if Drake is such a big mogul, a lot of people look up to him. I wouldn't go to a Drake concert. I'm not interested. Okay? But what I'm saying is, you're a big rapper. Why you continue to hang out with this guy that always find himself in all kind of craziness, pretending to take off his ankle bracelet, beat a murder charge. He's out here in public shouting he's Drake Shooter. Now you're having a festival in the UK. He came, they almost kill him in the UK because they slash his neck from one end to the next, almost kill him. He was there because of you, again, because you guys are affiliated, you guys are friends. I don't get it. Can't you not tell this child to go to school? Can't you not tell this child to do something else? Can't you not give this child a business to do something else? The man is young, out here being a menace, the people them say, out here turning the whole neighborhood upside down, allegedly. We're not sure, people, because like I said, he not too long beat a murder charge and they couldn't hold him for the murder, but the case is still, the charges, it's out here still, because the Crown can go back. If the Crown finds some new evidence within a year, the Crown can go back and say we're going to recharge, right? So this shit is not even over. But there's so much innocent shooting. There's so much killing. There's so much black youths are dying for no reason. Dying because of the block, because of Bloods and Crip and this gang and that gang and up sound, down sound, down. Hey, fuck, get a life, bro. There's more things out here. Get a life. You understand? These housing complexes don't belong to nobody other than the taxpayers, the government. And when you guys live in those kind of things, you guys get a break tremendously. 30% of an income when people out here are paying almost $2,000 for a 1-bedroom. Some of you guys have 4 or 5 bedroom paying out $80 for rent, $200 for rent, $300 for rent. And yet still there's so much problems in the region park, in the Driftwood Court, like, bro, is there nothing else the black race can do? Nothing else other than killing off each other and make headline news? There's nothing else, black folks? Not my business, me just ask.
To the historic game, Top 5 had already caught the eye of the global superstar in a rather unique way.
I came in 30.
The Top 5 shows Drake watching Top 5's debut song. The picture hit 50,000 likes in less than 24 hours, while the music video's view count broke 40,000 the next day. Now, what I think makes Top 5 stand out from the rest of Toronto's rap scene is his business mindset. I'm sure we all can think of a couple artists who had their little one-hit wonder and fell off the face of the planet the next day. And I'm sure we can also think of a couple people who got put on by the biggest artists in the world, such as Drake, and still dropped the ball. Well, Top 5 was in a unique situation. At just 16 years old, he had both a viral...
But could you imagine that you roll around everywhere with Drake? The other day you were in Jamaica at Freedom Street. Remember, you not too long beat a murder charge. People who beat murder charge come out and turn saints. After that is a whole thing wild out in the street, pretending to take off an ankle bracelet and got the attention of the police coming out to say, nope, that was fake. All these things. Black youths, when are you guys going to change and do better? When?
Viral song and the attention of the biggest artist in the world. Being a kid raised in jungle with little to no experience in the music industry, I'm
raised in jungle in the housing complex, like I said.
Sure most thought Top 5 was just another kid getting his 15 minutes of fame, but little did they know, he had a blueprint ready. Released his highly anticipated album, Views, with songs like One Dance, Controlla, and Hotline Bling. The Grammy-nominated album delivered countless summer classics, including this gem of a bar. For an album that sold more than 1 million units in its first week, the cosign was huge, but in usual Top 5 fashion, he capitalized on the moment and went on interviews with major networks like Noisy and MTV, where he allowed fans to get a more personal look at his life.
I'm not a Toronto-based artist. I'm a jungle-based artist. Come from the jungle, we had nothing, so we turned up. Toronto, a lot of guys have the same sound. Jungle, we have our own.
So you hear? Coming from the housing project, don't have nothing. Mom came from Somalia, end up with 10 children in the housing complex. And they know that they have nothing. But all they do now out here is chaos in the community. So can you come from something, from nothing? Your mom coming from a war zone place in Somalia, coming from nothing at all. And you have all of this fame where you're with Drake and everybody running around. And every time you end up in the news, it's something negative. Make that make sense for me. Remember, you're coming from poverty, you're coming from nothing. And when you do get the headlight, you're out here doing nothing other than negativity. Make that make sense for me. Oh, black youths. Let's continue.
Old song. No one in the game sounds like Top 5. Keep it right now. This is Born to Drive right now. Talk about it every day. We had Drake here live in the summer. Since meeting Drake, I've been getting a lot of girls to take the shit off. Started rapping, I didn't know I was gonna blow up. A couple more songs, I have a house in Brattle Path. That's my goal. I have a house in Brattle Path, get my mom out the hood. Take my family out the hood.
At this point, things were only going.
So you hear what his dream is? To get his mama out the hood. To get his mama out the housing complex. Everybody dream. Get a youth have a dream. Everybody wants to take their mama out of the housing complex. But every time Top 5 end up in the news, it's something negative. Okay.
Going up for Top 5. He was breaking barriers most of the scene were afraid to get close to. But as we all know, when it comes to the Tales of Toronto series, things tend to get out of hand real fast.
Listen.
Somewhere, dog. Stay outside, man. Stay outside right now. Get the fuck outside. Get your ass booming on. Get the fuck out, boy. Who's you pointing at? I'll boom on you right now. I don't go fucking fuck you talk. Acting like you Drake ass. Off the street, you bum ass. Wear flip flops, looking mother. Stuff you right now. Yo, go get the burner, bro.
You're there. Go and get the
Sometime
burner.
around the start of summer 2017, a video would be posted to Instagram showing two men harassing Top 5 at a subway. Although 5 can be heard saying his famous quote,
Yo, go get the burner, bro.
You know what that
"Nobody
means.
was hurt." However, Top 5's troubles that year were just beginning.
You're there.
A man in his 20s was shot to death last night near Dufferin and Lawrence. For more, let's go live now to CB24's Christina Finale. Christina, what's the latest here?
It's
Well, the latest is we've learned the identity of the victim from police, Nick. He has been identified as 22-year-old Syed Ali of Toronto. His body over here this morning, sadly, right here on Via Bagnato and Lawrence Avenue West. This whole area littered with shell casings, including this blue car right across the street here. So there may have been a chase. There may have been some kind of altercation between the victim and his attacker or attackers. Police cannot confirm yet. They do say, though, they believe that Mr. Ali and his attacker or attackers exchanged some words. Now, it is early in the
Wix gives you the Late on July 30th of that same year, Top 5's brother Foolish would go out to get some drinks and snacks at a plaza in the Jungle neighborhood with a couple friends. Towards midnight, they would all go their separate ways, with Foolish making his way across a Shoppers Drug Mart parking lot. As he was walking, a gunman in a car pulled up beside him and unloaded a flurry of shots in his direction. Foolish was struck once in the thigh, puncturing an artery. He remained on the ground, bleeding out for an extended period of time until a passerby noticed him. He called the paramedics, but by the time they arrived, he had already succumbed to his injuries. His murder is unsolved to this day. Foolish was a loved member of the Jungle community, and although he didn't engage in any sort of gang activity, he often associated with a violent gang in the area known as the Jungle Bloods, which may have played a part in his untimely demise. Top 5 can also be tied to the crew, as the majority of his videos often featured a sea of them. But after the death of his brother, and as his brand began to grow exponentially, Top 5 and the Jungle Bloods developed a subset crew called the Go Get Them Gang, aka the GGs. Alongside Top 5, notable GG members include Flippa, G41, 100, and Money Boy. They would often threaten anyone who dissed Foolish after he passed, even going as far as posting the threats blatantly on social media. But
let me kiss my teeth and pass. Should I drag this out anymore? Kiss my teeth and pass. The black community. And we uphold a lot with a lot of wrongs. So if you have your sons them out here busting guns, shame on you. If you have your children them out here and every time them land in a jail and you're right there asking for bail, shame on ya. If you're out here and you live in housing and you're getting handouts and living off many people taxes and you can't control your pitney them, shame on ya. And if you're out here and you're living in the housing complex and you're not working and government have put food on your table, you can't control your children them, shame on ya. Take a hold and buckle of you guys youths, bro, before they get out of hand. Remember, they were once little. You gotta bend the tree hunt before. You gotta bend the tree when they're young. So I want to say one of these days, when police are going to carry on and come and carry on and me go jail or go jailhouse to bail one of my kids for guns. They don't know already from they're young. Don't call me if you go to go behave like an animal. Don't call me if you go to go behave like an ass. Don't go outside to go call me if you go to go behave like a significant jackass. Don't call me. I ain't coming to bail ya. I'm putting my name on no bail paper for you. I ain't coming to get ya. Stay there. Do you understand? Because I ain't putting up with two wrongs I work. So I'm gonna end this live right now. Okay? I gotta run, bro. I don't have time to sit down and continue to talk about this. But this is getting crazy on top of crazy. But hopefully he could get another chance, like I said, and pull through and change his life. Like, you're very young. You held so much money in your life. You do so much stuff. You go all over. You're all over the place with Drake. So much things you can have done. So many things that Drake can help you with. You should change your life, young man. Change your life, young man. Come out. Thank God that he give you another time and another chance in life, because you could have end up dead. They slash you in your neck. Slash you right in your neck, bro. So while everybody's in Toronto dealing with guns, a lot of people are dealing with guns. The people them in UK deal with knives. And they always say you never know who's the baddest until the cut or the shot reach. So a lot of people out here can say them a bad man and bad girl and bad this and bad that. But you never know who's bad until who get the shot or the cut. You understand? You never know who's bad until anytime somebody end up in the casket and somebody family's out there mourning. Then you will know who are bad people. Alright? And anything get bad get dash way. And jailhouse now belong to dog. Every day there's something going on in the neighborhoods. Every day something's going on in the city. And when you hide, every time it's the black folks up on the news. You never really hear anything in the city and a black person come and you hear something great. The only thing you're going to hear great here now, great, is maybe Carvana. And forget about Carvana. Because the banks took over Carvana, the city took over Carvana. It doesn't belong to the black folks. The black folks are just sitting in the street dancing and carrying on, but the money just go back to the city. And black people are still in the city struggling and still going through discrimination. Okay? So many things are happening out here. Then there's so many black youths are missing. Girls and boys. And they never got a headlight or highlight. No highlight, no headlight, no highlight, no headlight. And the reason why I said headlight or headlines is because a majority of the time when somebody go missing, it's out there. Look at that girl that's on my post. She's missing. Do you see it on the news? Look at that lady that have been missing from in June sometime. Do you see it on the news? A lot of times when black folks are missing, nobody give a shit. And a lot of times when black folks go to the police, allegedly, our fundamental rights are not met. A lot of times the black community will come out here and shout, we don't have the skin for protection. So if we know all of this, and we know at the end of the day now, that a lot of people on housing waiting list trying to get in housing. And you're in housing, a lot of yous. And then you guys, I don't know, children out there mashing up the whole housing community. People can't live in the housing community in peace. People can't go in and out in peace. the black community can stay in peace because every day there's some kind of shooting, there's some kind of problem. Every day in the black community. And then when problem arises now, we're looking someone to blame. And then when there's rules and regulation and stipulation gonna put in place, a lot of times we're not at the table because a lot of us, we can't sit down and have conversations. And if we do sit down and try to have conversation, it end up being confrontations. So these are the things that I'm talking about. So jumping off of this live, do you have children and do you have sons? Are they out here packing guns? Do you have children and do you have sons? Are they out here being gangsters, wanksters? Do you have children and do you have sons? Are they out here going to school, university, college maybe? Are they out here getting a trade? Are they out here being menace to society? Are they out here to be a prominent black man? That's all I'm asking, folks. So if you're a mother and you have children, it's time to bend the tree from its young. And if you're a mother and you have children, it's time to make them go and volunteer, occupy their mind. Idle mind is the devil's playground. And the more you have these young children, they get to run around with friends and foes, they're going to end up being gangbangers, gun holders, drug pushers, devils, murderers. So we got to be mindful. So do you have sons? Are you leading them astray? Or are you stringing them in the right path? Don't come and tell me that what kids do, me can't do. And they're big people. Your children are never too big for you to speak to them. My children could never be too big for me to speak to them. And if you're too big for me to speak to you, then you need to go on your own. It's simple. And when you go on your own and you buck up and F up and you find yourself in problem hot water, you don't call me. Remember? Because you were in a house where there's rules and regulation that you should follow. So I'm not trying to be my children's friend. I'm their mother first. And rules and regulation come first. And respect come first. And you have to have ambition. And you have to go there to go do something with yourself. You got to either go get a career or you got to get a trade or you need to stay out of trouble. I want no criminal around me and I want no criminal children and I don't want nobody to come and call me to bail them. That's why I be careful who the friends that I keep, people who I hang out with, and that's why I be careful who I lie down with. Because a lot of mothers pick up all men who are gunmen and the kids them see all of that. A lot of mothers have all kind of friends who are thief, gunman, murderer, all kind of things. Children usually don't listen what you tell them. They usually watch to see what you do. And in your household, you're the first role model of your children. So sometimes they don't follow in your footsteps, but they follow in your foes and your friend's footsteps where you're having at the house and hang out and smoke weed and a bus gun. Remember, I tell you this. And not only that, you cannot be out here every day and talk about stop the shooting, pick up the gun, stop the shooting, and when you hide, you have a bad man McCoy as a friend. Just saying, don't be a hypocrite. You can't have gunman friend and I tell your children them don't pick up guns. All right? You can't out here by the children them water gun from their young, because once they start to play bad boy and Indian and cowboy and Indian from their young, look it for when they get bigger, they want the real deal. Okay, guys? So that and that and that and that. So I don't need to drag out this content anymore. They're going to jump off of this like hopscotch. Hopefully you guys can pull up when I have a good content over here other than talking about guns. Peace and love.